So this is my buddy's 2019 Civic Type R, and we are going to be doing some wrap on this thing today. So I'm not sure what class exactly this car is going to be classed for, but he does run at a local UMS Time Attack and HPD events over here at NASA. He's also been at Global Time Attack. So if you guys don't know, GTA was out here in AZ at Podium Club. Shout out to Ravi. He actually put up the event. It was called the Southwest Speed Festival is what it's called. So yeah, so this car ran there. He had a little oopsie, had a little accident at our local track and amp. So that's why the front bumper is missing and this headlight bracket, this little assembly here. But either way, we're gonna do a wrap on this here. So we're actually gonna be sponsoring this thing here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna install the vinyl and we're gonna throw a livery on it with our logo and with other couple companies logos too. So it's going to be looking rad. You kind of see the car's not perfect, and that's actually because of the accident. That's kind of where he got bonked right there. But you know, the goal here is to make the car look super cool. Not perfect, obviously. It's a track car. I think he's going to wheel-to-wheel race this thing at some point or some of that nature. So this car, it's going to see a couple more bruises and scratches, which I personally love. Because you know, this tells a story. It's gonna be really cool, I think, once it's done. And yeah, we're gonna show you the color right now. It's gonna be sick. I guess we can talk about the car a little bit. So I mean, a lot's done to it, but not a lot's done to it. So a lot of the stuff, it's just like cooling mods, just stuff to make the car run more efficient on track, so that I can keep hot lapping. You don't have to like do the cool down laps and all that stuff. So we'll start off with the most obvious up here in the front is, you know, this right here, this upgraded intercooler. I believe that's the HKS oil cooler. Obviously the track spec vented hoods up here, hood pins, quick release wheel. We'll actually set them to the interior right now. Alpha 5 wheels, I think he's running 265 squared. And then you got these baller AP Racing brakes. Those things are sick. I'm not too sure what else he has on the suspension stuff. Spoon lowering springs, which he's gonna go and ball out on some three-way adjustable coilovers. I forget which ones they're going with. Shit, what are they called? I'm drawing blanks right now, but they're super baller coilovers. Yeah, we'll step into the inside right here. So we actually attended this car a while ago. We did the Ceramic Plus on this. You have the clear film so that way you can see the cage, but still have the heat rejection properties when he's out on track so the car's not cooking. And then you can see inside, if it wasn't obvious on the outside, it is a full race car. So Halo seat, I think it's a 6-point harness. The CAE shifter, which is freaking sick. Quick release, all that stuff. Yeah, full roll cage. I'm not sure what type of roll cage this is. I think it is spec'd for wheel to wheel, so I'm not sure what point cage that would be, but you can see it's there. We actually PPS some of the parts of it here, like the high impact area damages where you're going to put your foot, where the harness is going to be rubbing on, and then we got the wrap back there. So yeah, we're going to start with disassembling some parts. We're going to start on this side here. We'll start from our fender and work our way back. We're going to skip the rear bumper for now, just because we're going to wait for the front bumper to come in. That way we can cut the pieces together. That way we kind of be a little bit more social with the film. So yeah, this is going to be a project. I'm not sure how soon we're going to finish this thing, just because we are going to be working in between this. So I got a car that I'm going to do some PPF work here in like 2 days. And then, you know, I'm going to try to do a lot of it today. I'll see how far I get. Usually the first side is always disassembly and all that stuff. So we're going to start with disassembling just one side from now. Once that side's 100% done, we're going to fully reassemble it and then move on. Just because, like I said, the car's going to be probably going to be for a couple of weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks, if that, maybe sooner. I don't know. But one thing I tend to do, I think most people tend to do, is when you have a project like this just sitting in the back, unless you organize your bolts super nicely, you know, it's kind of easy to lose things. So what I'm going to do, instead of just, you know, labeling all the bolts, which I still do, I'll actually just do one side, finish it, reassemble it 100%, and then move on to the next side, just to make things a little bit easier for myself. So yeah, without further ado, yeah, we're going to start assembling this thing, and yeah, we'll get right to work. Cool, so we got this car, or excuse me, this side pretty much prepped, fully clay barred, decontaminated, hit it with some alcohol, so it's ready for wrap. Yeah, we decided to take off the fender. You probably don't need to, but we did just because it's really hard to get into the side of this seal and to clean it properly. So just to make things easier for us, we did go ahead and remove the fender. Everything else is removed. This little trim there, door handle, the little gasket seals that sit right there. So all this is pretty much good to go. We're gonna knock out the side here after we eaten a little bit. So yep, and then if you come around here, tail light starts to assemble, rear bumper, and all the stuff that's right here. So pretty much good to go, and we'll show you the color. Big fan of the color. He wanted something dark. He wanted a purple, so here we go. Here's the reveal. Let me switch the lens. Oh yeah, there it is. It's KPMF. I don't know the color exactly, but it's super nice, kind of hard to, there you go. So it has nice flake in there, a nice gloss finish. So he wanted something dark. I think his livery, which he is gonna do a livery on it, I think it's gonna be silver focus, maybe. Yeah, he's gonna do a livery on this here, and then he's actually gonna get a Varis wing. So we're gonna pop that off also, and then just leave it as is. So yeah, we're gonna probably throw you guys on a time lapse. Show you guys how we set it up. I'm not quote unquote a professional at this. I've done a couple of cars already. It's kind of like PPF. So if you don't know what PPF is, it's pretty much paint protection film. So it's very similar into the, I guess in the way like the process of like stretching the film, how you install it. PPF, you really don't need to go all out with doing all this stuff because the film is actually clear. So you can leave a tiny seam on this like edge and it'll look fine. Obviously with vinyl, you can't do that. This being a black car, it's gonna be a lot more forgiving than if it was like maybe a white car or something like a little bit brighter. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty familiar with vinyl already. It's not that bad. It's actually a lot easier than PPF. So we're gonna throw that sucker on. We'll show you guys the process, and yeah. All right, so we were just about to leave, and I almost forgot to give you guys a quick update. It's a little bit late, so we were just trying to get out of here in a hurry. But yeah, there's the fender. We did manage to get all this side done. We're going to pull this thing out tomorrow morning before we upload the video so we can see how it looks outside. But there it is. What do you think of the color, Javi? So what do you think of the color?
Nice.
Yeah. It's going to look rad, especially with the fender back on. I got to reassemble the headlight bracket and all that stuff. But yeah, everything came out super clean. This tucked up nicely behind that seal. The only part that kind of gives us trouble is to here in this corner there. But everything else looks mint. Damn, that looks good. Sheesh. So this is how it looks outside. There's like small swirling from like towels, but it's pretty cool. If it's small enough, you can just hit it with a bit of heat and those swirl marks go away. But yeah, it looks super good.